Nigerians, as a Nigerian, and you see dey support Tinubu after listening to this video, wetin dis man just expose for inside this video, and you see dey support Tinubu, you need to go see doctor. You need to go check yourself if you dey okay, because wetin dis man just expose for inside this particular video, the thing shock me. Make una hear im own reaction about the happenings in this country. Im own reaction for so many questions wey be like say one journalist dey ask am for inside this particular video, but na wetin come talk at the ending of this video, na wetin I wan make hear. Make una tag Igbo people, Yoruba people, Hausa people, and other Nigerians for this video, because this video dey important.
Just touch on something very important before we move to the next part of this discussion. Some people think that the Southeast, as it were, the Igbos, that they complain a lot. Some people say they are singing songs of lamentations. Is this by accident, or is there a good reason for this?
Well, for people who think and who say so, I know, well, last week I watched television. I had the governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Soludo, and his counterpart from Abia, and other Igbo political leaders. That Igbos have been lamenting and lamenting. Well, the Igbos are not lamenting. The Igbos are making genuine complaint. Number one, these political leaders that say that the Igbos are lamenting, are they really sincere to themselves? In Nigeria today, we have 6 zones. Others have minimum of 6 states. Northwest has 7. Only Southeast has 5. Beyond that, it means that when you go to the National Assembly, others have minimum of 18 senators. Northwest has 21. Southeast has only 15. You go to local government, Kano, Kaduna, and Jigawa have more local government than the entire Southeast put together. Today, Lagos State has close to between 8 and 10 ministers, apart from Southwest, sorry, not Lagos.
Yeah,
Southwest has almost 9 ministerial portfolios, apart from other parastatals such as CBN, Federal Inland Revenue, so many of them, the same place. How many does Southeast have? We have only 5, and the only 2 are works. Only yesterday, Minister of Foreign Affairs, even at that, we have Minister of Works. What and what have federal government done in the Southeast? A few years ago, before Buhari handed over, federal government borrowed $22.7 billion to extend railway project in Nigeria, and Southeast was not part of it. And now the current government has been borrowing and borrowing, and I don't see any of these projects being started in Southeast. Meanwhile, Southeast will take part in repaying them. Our children will take part in paying them. Look at appointment, look at CBN. How many directors, how many of them are Igbos? I know of 2 candidates from Igbo who sat for this and came first in their very department, and they were dropped and others replaced. So, from where do I begin? And people who call themselves political leaders will tell you that Igbos are lamenting. I think they are economical with the truth. They are not sincere to themselves. They are the people who do not know what they are doing. So the Igbos, there's nothing wrong in complaining. The Igbos, the younger elements say, look, because of this marginalization, we don't want to be part of Nigeria again. Give us this thing. Nigeria refused to allow them go. Now we are part of this thing. You refuse to allow us even nothing. see how many federal projects do we have in the southeast? And see, southeast produces oil. But check the oil. Abia is oil producing state. Imo is oil producing state. Anambra is oil producing state. And there are oil deposits in Enugu and so forth. What do we get for it? How many Igbos are working in those oil companies and so forth? So we are being marginalized. So there's nothing wrong in saying it. The only thing I want to add is that the Igbos should make deliberate effort to strategize. Because if you stay sleeping, no person will come and give you power on a platter of gold. You have to struggle for it and get it. And so all I'm appealing to the Igbos is that they have to be strategic in engagement this time around. We have genuine reason to complain, but complaint will not do anything for us, except we strategically engaged. We need to begin to build bridges, which are being done now. And that is what P2B has done by now getting Kwakwanso as a running mate. That is part of building. We've also been able to establish Southern and Middle Belt Forum, comprising Pandef, Ohaneze, Afenifere, and Middle Belt Forum. This is part of the bridges. And we are doing that, and we have been negotiating. As the Secretary of Igbo Elders said, no, we've been negotiating with different groups in the country who are willing to partner with us, and who are saying, look, and I keep on telling people, the issue is not issue of Igbo being a president. The issue is that time has come for Nigeria to get a leadership that she deserves. A leadership that to make sure that Nigeria works. A leadership that makes sure that Nigeria functions. A leadership that will provide a level playing ground for all citizens. A leadership that will make every Nigerian to look at what is happening to Nigerian nationals abroad, South Africa, Sierra Leone, and other places. Nigerians are being treated like common criminals because they can no longer stay at home. The home is terrible. Insecurity, inflation, unemployment, all kinds of everything. And so we are saying that we want a Nigeria that is functional. And if any person says lamentation, so be it. We should continue to lament until things change for better for every Nigerian. Today, no Nigerian is safe. Even people in government are not safe.
All right, now that you've talked about safety, let's talk about the issue of state police and Nigeria's federalism, because the Senate has passed the state police bill.
Yes.
And of course, House of Reps, they've done that in the previous week. And now it will go to the various state houses of assemblies.
Yes.
For debate.
Yes.
So what's your take on state police?
Well, I keep on telling people that Nigeria is not actually a federal state. Nigeria is a unitary centralism. Nigeria is only federation where you have 68 items under the exclusive list. No other federation in the world is like that. Not United States. No other federation. So Nigeria doesn't practice federalism. Nigeria practices unitary centralism, where everything centers at the center. And that is the major problem because it has clipped. It has reduced competition. It had prevented Nigeria from moving forward. If Nigeria had been practicing unitary centralism, Eastern region wouldn't have been described as the fastest growing economy in the world. The beauty of federalism is that two levels of government enjoy a modicum of freedom to perform, to operate, to invest in different areas. So the issue of state police, in fact, is a welcome development. It's overdue. It should have been there in the first place. Yes. And people will tell you that state governments will abuse it. Under the colonial era, local native authorities were keeping the police, and heavy didn't fall. And they didn't abuse it.
Yeah, I mean, but the argument is that they abused it, especially when things became rough in the regions, especially build up to those elections that caused problems for Nigeria. But the bigger problem is, how do you actually start decentralizing the police when you haven't solved the problems of the current police force the way it is? There are many problems with the current police force.
Yes.
Those problems, they haven't been fixed.
Yes.
Their barracks don't look good. Where they live don't look good.
Yes.
So if you create state police, will those problems suddenly go away?
That one has to do with the leadership will. Nigerian leaders haven't got the will to make our security agencies operate. Okay, America has been shouting. There's some Nigerians are sponsoring Boko Haram, terrorism, and so forth, and our government hasn't made any effort to publish the names. What does that tell you? See, the truth is that if you have state police with proper framework, the issue of abuse doesn't arise. And in any way, has heaven fallen now that the federal has been abusing the federal agencies? Or are they not abusing that? They've been abusing that. So if we put proper framework in place, state police will function alongside with the federal police. All we need to do is to put the right framework, stipulate their functions, have control mechanism, and then states will equip them. And so, like today, the security agency have been penetrated. So it is no longer easy. Even the fighting insecurity is difficult because you go to any security agent, you have saboteurs there who are working against the government. You go to the police force, you have people who are working against the police. You go to any security, all the security agencies, they have been penetrated. And it is not easy for them. So it is a wonderful development to have state police. And I commend Mr. President. I commend the House of Rep that set the place. They set the pace. They started it. And we thank God the Senate supported that. And I commend Mr. President for now sending it, supporting it. So the issue of getting 24 state assemblies to support, I believe, will not be a problem. We have over 32 governors that are APC. So so it won't be a problem. And we can't wait to have a functional state police in Nigeria. It will help. Because each state will now, you see, governors are called chief executive of the state, but they have nothing to show for it. So if you have state police, the money that is being budgeted for as a security vote will go there. And the governor will now plan how to secure lives and property in the state. A governor can decide to empower the communities. If you empower your communities, terrorism will go. They cannot go. They will not operate. And so I believe that state police is a welcome development. And I want to appeal to Mr. President to leave no stone unturned to see that it becomes a reality, because it will help him, it will help Nigeria, it will help every person. Let's have state police now.
Yes, but I mean, I'm staying on all the concerns.
Yes.
Not all states are equal. For instance, the general argument is that Lagos can afford to fund their police, but the other states may not be able to do so. Are you confident that from what you're seeing, from the governors who have refused to pay minimum wage as it's supposed to be, in civil service, there's something they call chat. We don't want to get into all that, but the argument is that some of them are not even paying minimum wage.
Alex.
Will they fund the police?
Alex, every state in Nigeria can fund state police. Every state in Nigeria can pay minimum wage. Let me tell you this. It's leadership question. The leadership we have at various levels the leaderships are not accountable to the people. They are not functional. They are not doing what they're supposed to do. There are many leakages. And that is why people are telling you, no state in Nigeria. Do you know how much they are getting? The governors and other people in government are using the money to invest abroad, buying, building, having investment outside Nigeria, and so forth. Nigeria has resources. Every state has enough resources to support a functional state police. Every state in Nigeria has enough resources to pay what are we talking of? The minimum wage. We're talking of 70,000. That's roughly a bag of rice. That is 70,000 is not as much as 30,000 before. Because at the time 30,000 was minimum wage, a bag of rice was 7,000, 7,500. 30,000 could buy 4 bags of rice for you, for a family. But today, the 70,000 cannot, roughly a bag of rice. So any governor that tells you he cannot pay it is economical with the truth. It's not telling Nigerians the truth. He should explain what he's doing with the money.
I mean, as we leave this interview tonight,
Yes.
is the Southeast would they be too expectant if they believe that by 2027 a president of Igbo extraction will be possible?
Well, for me, I don't talk of president of Igbo now. I'm talking of a functional president of Nigeria.
So how do you get
It
that?
is very, very possible. And I believe that such will come from Southeast. It will come from Southeast. And when that happens, the lamentation in Nigeria will stop. Because when a person, if an Igbo person becomes the president, he will not favor his fellow Igbos. All he will do is to provide level playing ground for every person. And that is what people of Southeast are asking for, level playing ground. We are not asking for any favoritism. And we are not saying that we want, it must be somebody from, we're only saying that we want a president that is functional, a president that is creative, a president that is transparent, a president that is accountable. And that we are saying that even within the Southeast, you can get such stocks. And Mr. P2B happens to be one of them. So you mentioned the issue of Kenneth Okonkwo.
That's right.
Well, it is quite unfortunate for Kenneth Okonkwo to arrogate until he said P2B wasn't the national chairman of NDC. He's not holding any position. And no person has come out to say that he paid money to P2B. He didn't, to the best of my knowledge, he didn't collect money from any person. So if Kenneth has anything to do with the NDC, he should talk to the NDC and not to tarnish the image of his brother. It's quite unfortunate that a person that calls himself an Igbo man could come out to open his mouth, and they castigate P2B. P2B, to the best of my knowledge, didn't collect money from any person.
So the matter is now in court. Do you see Kenneth Okonkwo proving everything he said? I mean, well, I think we'll wait for that matter to proceed.
Well,
isn't it?
Well, all I want to say is that they are brothers. So,
do you see any settlement taking place?
There should be settlement. We don't want to continue to watch our dirty linen in public. Kenneth Okonkwo should do the needful. And I think our elders should advise P2B. This is not the time to quarrel. We need to carry every person along. Because
but do you think
we have a target.
Do you think if Kenneth Okonkwo apologizes, that this matter will stop?
Why not?
Because that was the first demand.
Why not?
Of the letter. Apologize and retract. But that didn't happen.
If Kenneth Okonkwo apologizes, I tell you that Mr. P2B will have no option than to forgive him. Because there will be pressure mounted on him.
Thank you for watching that video. So guys, before you leave, look at the down here. Do well to subscribe and also put on notification bell so that whenever we upload any video in this great platform, you will be the first to see it. And please don't forget